Today we are starting a new segment by Aparna Ramaswamy, the Panchatantra Tales. Here is the first episode.
Good morning. We're starting off a new segment titled Panchatantra. My name is Aparna Ramaswamy, and over the several episodes, our aim is to go over the stories in the Panchatantra. I'm not sure if many of you know about this. The Panchatantra is a book written in Sanskrit. It is attributed to the author Vishnu Sharman. It comes from India, and the whole book is a format of short stories. Each story deals with either animals or with people, and there is at least one message in the story, sometimes much more than that. The setting is a city in southern India called Mahilaropya, and the frame story of the Panchatantra is that there was a king. He had three sons, and he was very unhappy with how irresponsible and how immature they were. They had been schooled and taught several skills, archery and management, administration of the kingdom, but they were just not able to show the wisdom that the king thought they should have to be good rulers. So he was not sure what to do. So he called in his ministers and they conferenced and they said, okay, how do we address this issue? And it was decided that they would bring in a scholar whose name was Vishnu Sharman, an older man, about an 80-year-old man, who was called in, and he was given the charge of saying, can you please educate these three boys to become wise rulers in the future? And he was promised money and cattle and land, and Vishnu Sharman turns down all of it, and he says, I don't want any money, I don't want any cattle, I'm a teacher and this is what I do. And he makes this what seemed like an astounding promise. He tells the king, in 6 months I will return these three sons to you, and they would be one of the wisest people you know. And of course, 6 months later, he does, true to his word, return the three young boys back to the king, and the story goes on to say how in future they became wise rulers of this kingdom. Now the Panchatantra obviously talks about the 5 tantras, the 5 strategies that Vishnu Sharman teaches these boys through the medium of stories. The first tantra is called Mitrabedam, discord between friends, or estrangement of friends, or sometimes you will read it as separation of friends. And then the second book is Gaining Friends. The third one just says of crows and owls. The fourth one is Loss of Gains. And the fifth one is Rash Deeds. Now each of these books are not interrelated. You can read each of these books independently. And within each book, there is a frame story, and then there are several levels of stories. The first one, the Discord Between Friends, has got a frame story, and it's got 32 short stories. So over the next several episodes, we will at least deal with one story and of course continue to provide the storyline behind that whole frame story. There may be times when it's hard for you to understand exactly how this places, and we will urge you and recommend that these stories will be posted online, and you are encouraged to go read to understand the place of these stories. I do hope you will join us over the next several episodes in our narration of Panchatantra. Thank you.